DC Sneakercon. I still don't know nothing about nothing because we've been selling shoes and I don't know the names of none of this stuff. So I'm just the money person. Just give me the moolah. Thank you.
As you can see, Eddie Von Clay hard at work, doing what he do best. Sorry about the finger in the camera.
OG everything, box, dust bag. Definitely says 7. She upcharged, but that's fine.
So, Eddie, as soon as you walked in the door, what were you thinking when you walked in the door?
I thought this was
This
pure.
is a hot garbage.
Wait a minute, Jesus.
I thought this was pure ignorance, but it was slowly but surely curtailed by the fact we made some sales immediately.
Correct.
So it wasn't too bad, but Sneakercon know they know better.
Right.
This setup is ridiculous. It's not the setup, but the hassle. It's
Okay.
crazy.
So, you heard it from Ryan from him. So, we got a quick little heat just to let y'all know. Wade Runner Reacts, Red Carpet LeBrons, Yeezys,
Beer bricks, Yeezys, cars, Bread 4s, White Mountaineering, PlayStations from episode 1. Yes.
We still got them.
We might mess around, get these bad boys away. Ain't no telling. And then the Tinkers, can't go wrong with them. That's all we got left.
What's in that white box right there, sir?
Uh-oh, let's check out the white box. Bow.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh.
Cream foam, size 8. Love size.
Who need them? Who want them? We got them. Oh.
YPFP, Eclectic Soul Cafe. We out here at the Soul Plug Show.
Dang, how quickly is to forget Lulu?
Lulu Kit. That's how I'm.
Lulu Kit.
But hold on. I panned to you though. That's soon as you said, I went right to you. Oh. So Soul Plus shows in Sneakercon DC. I'll be walking around getting more footage for different things, as you can already see. Everybody's here. So with that being said, I'm gonna walk around and I'm gonna see. Actually, let's go say what's up to my man real quick. Big B, what's the word? Just for the
Sell everything and conquer. Fuck them.
tell them what to follow.
Unique Savages, man. Best prices in the DMV. I'll match price everybody, you know what I'm saying? These shops come support, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you. Make sure you follow the Soul Plug Show. What's going on, Josh? How you doing out here?
Chilling, man. Trying to make this money.
Did you make good money so far?
A little bit. I
What's
just got here. I'm late. Ryan's here. Has been here earlier.
I've been here since 7 in the morning, and I'm already up 2 bands in sales.
Let me ask both of y'all a question. How y'all think Sneakercon DC is today? In y'all personal opinion? Is it okay? Do you think it could be better?
Yesterday was packed as fuck.
And it was good.
Yesterday was packed as hell.
If only it was here more often.
Okay. What's the best Sneakercon? You say New York, or what would you say the best Sneakercon is?
DMV 2016 was the best one. I made 6K.
That boy get bread. Hey B,
No box though.
he's working right now.
He stopped whispering. What's the game? I paid $100. Yeah, $10 profit. Well, cash shit, you have to be 110. It was cash. Yeah, I'll go get you the cash.
What was the best Sneakercon for you, B? What was the best Sneakercon?
Honestly, when I first started, when I went to New York City with this guy about 4 years ago, I came in with nothing, and honestly, with the trades I did and everything, I came out with like 5,000 worth of shit. I only walked in with 1,000 and worth of shit too. So, you know, that was back then when I was in high school, wanted the swag. Now it's
No.
bread,
I remember.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
8.5, bro. Get this out of my head, bro. I don't want it. Dame 20, loco. Para la pollera, charabusca. Para la pollera. Charabusca para la reina. Two cents.
What's up, YouTube? We're ready to get this party started today. I'm your girl Lulu Kicks. We have
At Living Life Joe.
At Eddie Von Clay.
we have some interesting topics to talk about today. We're going to get it started off with this dude right here.
What's going on, everybody? So if y'all don't know what was happening this past weekend, Sneakercon DC
So, you know, we definitely had to show up. What was your take from it? Was your first time being at Sneakercon?
First one.
What was your likes? What was your dislikes? Because me and him got a whole bunch of gripes.
Oh,
Okay, wow. Tension just went into the room. It was definitely crowded.
But was it a good crowded or was it just busy?
I don't know. I can't say that because I don't have anything to compare it to.
Okay.
So I do want to say that I think this is the military in me. So y'all, please forgive me. But I think it was unorganized at some points. I think the entry and entry and regress of the event could have been organized better for people who were bringing things to the floor.
My biggest beef.
Oh, we're going to get into that.
I understand the importance of security, but you got to keep in mind the people who are actually coming to spend money at your event, both vendors and individual sole proprietorships. Y'all know what I'm trying to say.
Remix.
People who own their own businesses, basically, and who want to sell at the trading pit. The trading pit was interesting. It was almost a crackhead, meth head vibe a little bit.
If you are a crack or a meth,
We apologize.
You just cut control of the doors. These are things that Lulu made me say.
Lulu Kicks is acting on her own.
Yeah, she's on her own on that one.
Don't do drugs, but I'm just saying.
Yes.
It was some addiction vibes there. So put it that way.
But the trading pit has always been
yes.
the place where it all goes down. Like the vendor tables are cool.
Right.
And if you guys out there in the YouTube world have ever been to a Sneakercon or a Kicks Fest or any of those type of events, you know that there's a place where the vendors or the big name stores or whatever, they set up and they have their tables, but the real action is like the trading pit areas or the individuals who come with just cases and crates of sneakers just ready to sell in hand.
It was fun.
It's a frenzy.
It was definitely a very positive energy that I enjoyed. Usually I don't do well in crowds, but I was okay for the most part until these two lovely individuals left me by myself. Because y'all know I don't know nothing about nothing, so that was a very interesting.
We just try to make it happen.
20 minutes.
But she definitely held it down though. So
Of course.
We're not going to say when we left, she definitely held it down for us. We greatly appreciate her. We're supposed to say this on camera. We greatly appreciate
Yes,
her.
she was much appreciated at Sneakercon 2019.
They're so full of baloney, but that's okay.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. I appreciate the appreciation. So anyway, moving on. It was interesting. It was a good first time SneakerCon. I'm interested to see what the Miami's and the New York SneakerCons look like.
I think it's a little bit more busier in those markets, but the sneakers are the sneakers, the vendors are the vendors.
Right.
I think the only thing this one really lacked was, I guess, like major shoe celebrities. There were a few, but outside of that, that's the only thing kind of. But it's DC, so unless you're flying in or driving in,
Yeah. I mean, my take on it was I think it's always what it's been. No, this wasn't that special. Only that we're gonna do like my SneakerCon. If you wanted, you could get it. Any SneakerCon.
Yeah.
That's what I take from it. I don't never take where is that. Besides New York, I think all East Coast to me are the best ones because New York has everything. DC,
the access is there.
yeah, everything in New York. DC had a lot of stuff. Philly has good ones. But Chicago, Midwest has a lot of good ones too. So I mean, it just depends on where you want to go. But to me, it was good. Everything you wanted, you can get. Everybody was selling everything as normal. So it was definitely, and it wasn't bad. The only beef I got. If you're gonna tell somebody first off, how you supposed to bring a lot of shoes but they can't wheel it around?
That's my biggest beef. And well, it's not my biggest. It's my second biggest beef. The first one is the parking. Parking is horrible.
Yes.
And you have thousands of people coming to this event and no place to park. None of these parking garages, you should have coordinated with them. Some parking in the street was almost impossible. And then on top of that, on the instructions when you buy your ticket, it says you can bring as many sneakers as you want. Like there is no limit, there is no cap. And you can go in and out of the venue, like after you've been stamped in or whatever.
Correct.
But the simple fact of the placement is at the basement, like 3 blocks the opposite way, and you're not allowed to bring anything with wheels in. So it's like,
or what they say, if we see it, we don't.
Yeah.
We don't see it then. But it's like if you tell me if I bring 100 shoes, how am I supposed to get all them shoes down the escalator?
yep.
one by one, this guy had to physically go back up. We had one person that stayed at the bottom. I had to walk all the way back up and carry it all the way down.
It's definitely a 3-person job. If they continue to do it the way they did it before, if you're a person who does bring a lot of shoes or clothes or whatever equipment, because there's a lot of people there that were like filming and doing like various like different interviews and things like that there. If you're one of those type of people and you're one of those groups, you have to come at least 3 deep. One person to watch the stuff, one person to like check in and ferry, the other person to get your actual spot where you want to set up. I mean, we got lucky with the trading pit, so we were able to sit on the back wall, which you'll see in the video, and we were able to make things happen. But if you want to get a prime spot, there's no way you could have done that by yourself.
I would even say one mistake we probably made, we should have done it early. And we gonna say this because if you get there earlier, you get a prime spot.
Yeah.
You can start getting what you need to do, and then you might be sold out by the time things really get moving.
Yeah.
Then that would allow you to move around. It might be a 4-person job because people want to take turns mingling and moving around, so that way
They won't be left by themselves.
No.
Is
Like,
that-
really? Like, no.
So, but like I said at the beginning of the
You're
video,
supposed to have a wingman at all times. Have you learned that? Yeah,
I failed my defender buddy.
They did not leave me a whistle. Nothing.
we didn't go far though.
Yeah, we didn't go far.
Didn't answer their phone.
You'll see in the video,
Yeah,
we didn't go far.
That
We
video
went
was
far
5
enough.
minutes out of a 8-hour day.
We weren't there.
We went 8 hours.
And I wouldn't even recommend staying there for 8 hours unless you're waiting for something in particular.
It was 4 hours. I am over exaggerating.
Unless you really want to cash out and you really need to get certain stuff.
It was fun though. I had a great time.
It's fun. It's fun. It's different. It's a unique experience. I can honestly say this kind of for all ages because we saw little kids to old people out there all moving and shaking.
Oh, you also see we sold the PlayStation 1.
Yes, the PlayStation 1 from episode 1, season 1 is gone. But you know the irony in all of that though?
What?
So after you left, a buddy of mine actually wanted the PlayStation 1, the black version. So I sold one just to pick up another one. But he actually wanted it.
Oh,
so we ended up getting it for him.
Okay.
So maybe we'll bring that one back.
Yeah.
Because I was ready to go, y'all. I was tired. And I had to sit for another 35 minutes waiting on him to get this PlayStation 1 to go bury across the town to give somebody else.
You took a walk.
It was a hefty one. It was a hefty one. It was a hefty
I
one.
was not happy at all.
But we made it happen. though. We made it happen.
Oh,
So
man.
outside of that, what else do we have at Sneakercon?
No, man, the clothes, y'all. We got to do better as people. We got to do better.
The fits weren't too bad.
Fits weren't too bad.
Most of the people, at least most of the guys that I saw, like
Oh, well, okay.
everybody had on the generic Travis Scott outfit.
Yeah, and that's what it is coming to. Like, it's like,
No,
but
it's
shout
not,
out-
it wasn't that. It was just all the, and this is, I don't know how to say this without sounding terrible, so I'm just gonna say it. Y'all, if you ain't got no booty, don't show your booty, okay? If you don't have no booty, don't wear them shorts that come up here and all you see is just
Bones?
just flapping, just like.
The little chicken butt.
Yes.
chicken wings out there.
The little Miley Cyrus chicken butt.
It baffles me. Like I don't understand it, and this is coming from somebody who has no booty, so I understand.
Zero yeah.
First, don't disrespect me. I understand your plight. However, comma,
They try to catch some of my shoe guy.
no,
Yeah.
not like that. Represent us black booty girls correctly, okay?
I mean, maybe they
Dress
thought they
accordingly
were.
They're trying to get to Dr. Miami, however they
I'm
can.
how they get it, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
not how they gonna get it. I was appalled.
It worked for someone.
Somebody that don't
Somebody
like
like
right
that.
now.
Somebody got them some Yeezys or some bloodshot
At the same time.
off they fit. So you never know.
You never know. But also, I like to say about Sneakercon DC also as well. Let me tell you something. Travis Scott cereal getting out of hand.
It is.
Okay.
Yo, I went to Target yesterday. That box was like $3.97.
$2.99. Yes, I got it also $5.
Oh, okay, $2.99. Yeah.
And all I want to say is the real Travis Scott one is one in the case. If you don't have that one, what are you doing?
It is, but it isn't.
Well, that's the one with the holographic, the one that's actually in the case.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you need the cereal.
more than.
That's the one that goes for 50.
Yeah, but that's more than. And they were selling that at 100 at one point.
Yo, they were selling them regular $2.99 cereal boxes for $10, $20 when we first got there.
I mean, but it's like.
I ain't mad at your hustle though. I am not mad at your hustle.
It didn't make a buck, but when they put them in Target, like Walmart, and when they walk in,
But I knew that was going to happen.
yeah,
We literally just saw it last night. So they still have it.
yeah, most
But
definitely.
I mean, it is what it is.
Again,
I did get
made
one.
me walk.
He's like,
I did.
He did get one.
it is what it is.
Had me searching for change to get this Travis Scott cereal.
Change.
I mean, it's
It's
definitely
a metaphor.
I'd like to say also, Yeezy season.
Yeezy season is still live and kicking. There's a bunch of stuff happening with Yeezys. Speaking of Sneakercon, try to get these off. Everybody was trying to go crazy with the prices on me. I couldn't do it. But for some reason, these shoes were very, very hard to come by. I don't know why. I didn't see a lot. I didn't see a lot of people with them on feet. Nobody really had them. For a shoe that's restocked at least 4 to 5 times, that was pretty amazing to me. No, they're not for sale anymore, but I just thought it was interesting. It was almost like a little market research just to see what was out
I
there.
think people crushed them and then didn't realize like how valuable they were, why they was crushing them.
But even the resale value was not as high as it used to be. I think if people
But-
just realize it's a dope
Put like
shoe.
this.
I just want to say, I personally think that, okay, first of all, when I say this is my opinion. This is Lulu Kick's opinion. You don't have to like it. It's my opinion. Don't like it. Don't care. I personally think the shoe is ugly. But,
Blasphemy.
I'm
one
listening.
more time for the saints in the back. But, that is one of the most comfortable shoes I have ever worn. And I can say that when I actually put them on, they do look better on feet.
They change you.
They make you a different person.
I don't know about all that, but they are amazing on my feet.
But you know what's crazy? If you would have had more pairs of those, like in different sizes,
Oh, they would.
you'd have made a killing. That's crazy. People kept coming up like, hey, what size is that? And what made me
Big size.
Yeah, but they kept offering prices that wasn't that.
But you know what it is?
Unrealistic.
But if it was brand new, they would have no choice but to pay the piper to a certain degree. But also, it's clean for what it is. But just imagine you had a bunch of them right there. Everybody would have flocked to him.
Oh, absolutely.
Because that's all. Hey, what size is this?
This
What size
was the
is this?
shoe to cash out on.
Yeah.
Sneakercon 2019. You could have made a killing. Like people were willing to pay 4 or 5 for a brand new pair. So I can only imagine, like you said, if there was a big stock, if we had a big stock of them,
Right.
or we had like the selected sizes, they would have went crazy.
And that's what I'm telling people. If you had the right sizes, you would look crazy. Wave Runner is a shoe that I think is becoming a staple because it's the first wave of the 700. So it's a staple. It's like if you have that one, then it's like everything else behind it. This was the creator. Like I told him a long time ago. The first of anything is always gonna be the more special.
Absolutely.
That's why Jordan 1s can still go for money because it's the first shoe.
That was another shoe that was going crazy at Sneakercon. It was the Jordan 1s. All flavors, whether it be the satins, whether it be the Travises. Those are the main ones I saw. I saw a couple of Breds.
Yeah, I seen some early Chicago's. Don't know how real they were.
Yeah. A lot of interesting stuff did happen at Sneakercon. We got a few pairs of the Yeezys, actually Yeezy Buster certified.
Yep.
Just for the people out there so they know that the Yeezys were real. Got to meet them. Cool cat.
real
We
laid
actually
back.
saw somebody get
tossed.
busted.
They get busted.
Get busted and get tossed in the event, which was pretty funny.
And he was selling Yeezy season unverified merch, basically.
Merch and kicks.
Fake.
Yeah, so you got kicked out, you got busted.
That was interesting.
Got him. Sorry, okay.
Jace Lopez from Urban Necessities was there. Pretty much buying any and everything as long as it was DS.
Yep.
So that's pretty dope. Rax Hogan was there. If you guys know who Rax is, he did a documentary on Supreme, like the whole resale game. He's one of the biggest Supreme resellers, but he claims that he's not a reseller out
But
there.
we know
So,
the truth.
got to interact with him a little bit, and now he works for Complex. So shout out to Complex.
Give us a show, Complex.
And
What's
that other
poppin'?
and that other sneaker show that they do.
We not gonna say no names.
Whatever, but yeah, not too bad. But other than that, it was pretty good. But also speaking of Yeezy season, this actually just happened today, live and direct. So Kanye was getting ready to hop on a jet. I guess DJ Khaled was in passing, getting ready to hop on an opposing jet, and Kanye was wearing the V3s, the 700 V3s, and he gave him his pair straight off his feet to DJ Khaled. An early look at him.
What you think about?
I think they're fire. To me, I think they're fire. They're a little different, but they have an element from the Yeezy basketball, and they fuse it with this one, and they throw a little extra razzmatazz on it. But I think it's dope.
I think he's trying. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What is razzmatazz?
Razz it. Sprinkle a little
Sprinkle.
Sprinkle a little raz and
little
tag
sprinkle, a
on
little
it.
bit different. I wonder if he's trying to go out to the 700 level. The 750s, I'm sorry. Because
I want
the 750s was a hit. A big hit. So I wonder if he's trying to recreate some of that magic with those. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, the 700s get out of hand.
I love the color. See, I love that shoe though. That to me, that is like the ultimate dad shoe.
I like the shoes. I'm talking about the color. Like it's not like.
As long as they keep putting boost in it, they can't go wrong to me. When you think about it.
I need some new colors. I need some dope colors. I guess that's what I'm looking for. Like, I'm looking forward to the yellow wave runner. They never dropped that one.
Yellow and purple is the only thing I really, really need. Because if you look at it, the inertia is already like a light enough grayish blue. That's like one of her favorites.
Right. Okay, Lulu.
It's got a little salmon like hint on it.
Yeah.
You already got the salts, so you already got the white ones. You got the Vantas, so it's the black version. You got the mauves, it's the brown version.
I need
What color do you need?
Yellow, purple, pink.
Did you just say the colors was getting out of hand?
No, like I like so how these colors. I'm talking about like I seen the mock up of the yellow wave. I put it up there. I seen the mock up of the yellow wave running. It looked dope. Like it's a good because it's like I guess spring, like the spring colors. It's like that. It's like that yellow like he got his foot right there, and it's perfectly fine. Like just imagine this and like yellow is dope, or like a purple, or like you know what I'm saying, a different color. Like because he's giving us dull colors and not like the boom colors.
Vibrant colors?
Yeah. You know, because Kanye's known for giving like he's known for doing all types of colors. Even with the
Not with any of his clothes though.
his clothes is a different story. I'm not paying attention to all the holes in the shirt. I'm sorry, Kanye.
I'm just saying.
That was a little crazy.
If you look,
Yeah.
if you look at his artistry, yes. But when you look at his apparel, no.
No, but his shoes, his apparel is Kanye's apparel.
But apparel and shoes kind of go hand in hand.
Well, I would like the blinks for example. He had the pink on it. He had the black with the glow sole. That was different.
But that was like a one-time.
Then he gave you a red October, all red.
Speaking of blinks, you know Adidas, there's a basketball shoe. I don't know
That
the
look,
full model.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
They actually took the Blink colorway, and if you guys don't know out there, Blink is actually a black, pink, and glow.
Glow, it's glow.
It's like a glow.
Yeah.
It's one of the original Yeezy colorways. They put it on a basketball shoe. I'm not gonna lie to you, the joint looks fire.
I'm gonna tell you what's funny though. There was like Nike or Adidas that had the same joint. Everyone was like Nike.
I mean Nike, but
I get what you're saying.
that's gonna be for the purists though. The purists is like that's what Kanye was with when they had that colorway.
Yeah.
But now that Kanye is with Adidas, I think the Blink colorway is like it's his colorway.
Yeah,
Let him have it.
I ain't gonna lie, that Nike just do something to you. I ain't gonna lie.
I think you just a Nike.
No. I'm just saying no because this Wave Runner is one of the best shoes Adidas ever had. Ever. Like I tell anybody, I wear this. Like I can wear this every day and not care. I'm just saying though
You
that
know we got Nike Adidas beef, right?
right, but the Nike Blink is just a staple shoe.
It is.
It's like if you put it on your foot, no matter if you're a real sneakerhead, no matter where you go in the world, if you had a shoe on your foot, people want to stop and be like, you got to Blink something.
But didn't Nike kind of overdo the Blink colorway too though? Like they put it on everything.
I really didn't pay. I guess I didn't pay attention as
They
much.
put it on Air Force Ones, they put it on Dunks, they put it on Hyper Dunks, they put it on like Yeezy, like I don't want to say knockoff, but like
Yeah, I know
you know
what you're
what
talking
I'm
about.
saying? They put it on Westbrooks.
I think the way I just look at it when I see that colorway, I just
You put it on Jordan.
Yeah, that was OD. The Jordan one was OD, but I think it's Kanye, like just in general, like the Solars. Yeah, like when I look at it, I'm like, oh man, cold colorway. So, but you know, I don't want no beef with you right now with Adidas and Nike. I like both of them. It's just that we ask, like I told you, ask me if I'm choosing.
It's always Nike. I got it.
Yep.
Moving on.
Last thing with I guess Adidas, so moving on to Adidas. Pharrell just dropped, was it 2 days ago?
The women's collection.
The women's collection. It's called Her Time. So it's pretty much a collection of, I want to say 10 sneakers, all different various ones. I want to say at least 3 sandals, and they all have the traditional, like the Pharrell writing on them, like the inspirational quotes, the flavors, the colors. So they're all very colorful, but all of his shoes have always been very colorful.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's kind of something that Pharrell's known for doing now.
Yeah, they joint was dope. I liked it. What you think? You haven't seen them?
No.
Okay.
We'll post a picture of them. We'll get Lulu's reaction.
I think you would have loved it when you would have seen them.
Pharrell, Her Time. That's the name of the collection.
Oh, speaking of that, shout out to King Push. I don't know if you heard what he did. He dropped shoes at Cream, his store in Virginia, for $7.57 for the area code. For the area.
Well, what shoes though?
There were. Forgive me.
I know, if I'm not mistaken, they don't have a Nike account. They're purely an Adidas store.
No, they have a Nike account.
They do?
Yeah, they get everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they do. They have a Nike different account. But I don't. They were his. I think it was new shoes. I'm not sure, but he dropped it for $7.57 for the area code. And there was a line on the door. Everything.
Of course.
And people was like, "Thank you, King, please, thank you." So I just want to say, shout out, King. That's some real stuff.
I feel like that could have turned into an Arizona situation.
Nah, people stand a lot. I mean, I don't think people with the shoes all that. No.
Okay.
But
So it was no hype.
It was no hype. Was it a nice shoe? It was a nice shoe.
Okay. Was it his shoe? Was it a signature?
It was his shoe.
Okay.
So it was a nice shoe. I just don't think like Arizona's different because like you got the colorway.
It's
People
99
attracted to the colorway.
99 cents.
And then you say 99 cents. A baby would like $1.
Yep.
These are nice.
Yeah, it's some good colorways. There's some interesting colorways. The traditional, the all black, the black with the bell bottom. That was like a human race style.
Yeah,
The Volt Green, which is kind of known for,
Right.
I like those.
and a few other ones. I think the Reds.
I don't like these sandals though.
I think the sandals were kind of. That's what's in now.
Wait. You know next month is breast cancer awareness month.
Yeah.
So you know a lot of times they try to drop like stuff like women the month before so they can wear it during the month.
I mean, I get it. I just don't like these sandals.
So what don't you like about the sandals? Is it just not your style?
Yeah,
Not your
it's just
speed?
not me. It's just not me. Again, these are my opinions. If you can rock the sandals, rock them. But I have skinny ankles, and I have skinny.
Her ankles are
You know
frail.
what?
people.
You know what? I'm telling you skinny ankles, all right? you can rock the sandals. Give me a pinch.
Sean Plata.
The clap eyes.
Chocolates. But the shoes are dope though. I like the shoes. I'm just sitting here.
I just like it because it's Pharrell. He always just message very, very like big
I
on
do
women
like
empowerment.
the empathy on the shoes and.
I genuinely wish that he would drop them like in a more, not in the traditional way, but traditional way because how he drop me, they just come out the blue like drop.
I respect that though because the people who are on it, they have a chance to genuinely get it like the easy way. They don't have to go through the box, the camping out, the sending line. They just drop the shoe. If you're really on it, you really like it, you can go get it.
What did they drop at though? Was it online or was it?
It was Adidas Originals. If I'm not mistaken, BBC Ice Cream. You know, it's a
Okay.
store. He owns that again. And a few other places. I know the Mercer. They had them, like the BBC Mercer. They had them in a few other places.
Huh. Well, I just want to say one thing. Can you stop putting everything in New York?
I mean, that's the
That's
of
the
sneakers though.
vibe, yeah.
I don't mind it being a Mecca, but I'm saying like
Where would you want it?
I'm saying spread. We right here. Literally, we're right here.
The way they look at it, if we're right here, which we kind of are, why don't you just make that 4-hour drive? That's how they look at it.
Ain't nobody in DC like that.
I mean, it has its,
I'm saying like DC's one of those. It's becoming like a mini New York because the prices are going up. Everybody's buying properties, flipping them, selling them. Like a lot of them homes.
Yeah, but it's the market here though.
the sneaker market.
The sneaker market definitely hit.
I mean, they have the people here, but the unique thing about like the DC area is they have the people that will travel for sneakers, but they have the core like sneaker type people.
Yeah.
It's just we're spread out because you gotta think about it. It's DMV, so we got DC, we got Maryland and Virginia. We don't just have one like collective area, so they all gotta spread out and form like Voltron
But I'm
to
saying
try to get the shoes.
if you take away, if you put it in DC, because North Virginia has their own steeds. You know what I'm saying? You have Maryland has their own steeds, then you have DC. But think about it, it's so much. If you take away Northern Virginia, you say Maryland, DC. It has, and I even include Baltimore because now that I take a dish, shout out to Berto. There's a hub here for sneakers, but more people can't. Like me and Ed will go to New York. If we really need to go to New York, we'll go. But
I didn't mean like that the market wasn't here for people who enjoy the art of sneakers. I clearly know that. I was saying business wise is the market here for that.
I think it is, but even if it's not here though, I don't see why it can't be here.
Yeah.
Because the money's here, the kids are here, the older people who grew up with sneakers are here. I mean, you gotta think about it. The Wizards, I mean, that was one of Jordan's teams.
Yeah.
And even back then when it was the Bullets, like, it brings people here to actually wanna,
Do you think the political climate of this area prevents certain industries to move in?
I think so. I think that plays a big part of it. Whether it be politics, whether it be the simple fact that people overlook it because it's such a business city that they don't even think about like fashion, because it's not a fashionable city. And DC has its own fashion. all you people from DC don't like me in my comments going crazy. I'm saying like there's fashion here, but it's not a fashion like hub. When I think fashion, I don't think DC.
No, I agree with you on the fashion part because New York, everybody say fashion thing in New York. But as far as the sneaker thing, it's here. Like even the political climate is still here because it's still popping up stores. Amamaye popped
No, I'm
up.
not saying it wasn't here. I'm saying because of the type of political climate that is here, does it prevent the major industries from coming in? Not that there's not already it's clearly here,
They got Nike in Georgetown.
But see,
Yes, and
I see both sides of it.
You know what I'm saying? Georgetown is one of the most. I think they really wanted to. They could put it down here.
Georgetown's one of those.
No, I'm saying Georgetown is one of the most like prestigious areas. Like when you go to Georgetown, it's all nice stuff. They got Nike down there. They have a Ubik down there. So like if you talking about actually bringing stuff, they really could bring it down here. Just depends on them at that point.
yeah,
You know.
on them and put more product in there.
Right. Because I really like it's people out here that really. The reason why this is so crowded is because every time a mall get it, if you go to Pentagon, whether it's Tyson's, whether it's any mall that gets it, it's whoosh because it's not that much product, and not every store is getting it. So if you want to give it to Champs and not Finish Line, then everybody's gonna bug the Champs. You want to give it to Georgetown, and you're not trying to give it to Ubik, everybody, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna everybody converge.
They need to spread it out, and they need to give mom and pops a chance.
Yeah.
Like start giving them accounts again.
Yeah.
Like right now, I think Nike has pulled all of their tier 1 accounts. So I think it's like what, all of 20 stores nationwide and international. They have a tier 1 or tier 0 account.
Yep.
That's kind of crazy. We think about all of the
Exactly.
mom and pops that are out here. So literally, even them, they don't get anything like they used to.
Right.
So it's kind of forcing you to resell or be a part of the resale game if you don't want to be.
Exactly. And that's all I'm saying. So, you know. But talk about the MCA. What happened, sir? What happened and why did it happen?
Just when you think the MCA craziness is over, Virgil, MCA, they pull you right back again for at this point, the 4th, 5th time of foolishness. So the MCA will be releasing their own product at crazy resale prices. So they'll be releasing, we'll post it as well, the MCA Air Force One.
Yep.
They did a collab with Cassius Hurst. If you guys don't know, that's Damien Hirst's son. If you don't know who Damien Hirst is, do your Googles. Probably the most, I'd say of our generation, most well-known, wealthiest artist out there. He's the guy who did everything in formaldehyde, like the big shark, the crazy statues, the butterfly. He has his own hotel, like just with his artwork. It's insane. So his son, I'm not gonna say that he's riding off his coattails, but he kind of is a little bit. His art to me is not
As good.
I'm not gonna say as good, but it's not really statement pieces yet. But it averages around $1,000, like his pieces, at retail. The Virgil ones at resale, they average about, I guess you'd say $1,000 to $2,000. So if you look at that, they put them together. MCA said, how about we just charge you $3,000 for a pair, and it'll be at our store and our store only. And then on top of that, we're gonna make it this much harder. It's only 20 pair. So 20 pair this weekend, if I'm not mistaken, at $3,000 a pop. We'll post a picture again so you can see it. I'm not impressed.
They already gone.
I'm not impressed, and I think it's kind of outrageous. Like it's just, at this point, why?
Yeah. When he showed it to me, I asked myself, why? Like I was like, I don't get it. Like I'm not paying $3,000.
It's very funny that he says that though, because if you go on the MCA Instagram right now with the picture on it, if you scroll through it, 90% of the comments, I'm talking about from celebrities to artists to just random
They're
people.
like fire.
No, they all literally say why. It's either laughing faces, why, or the
Only
crazy.
the insanely rich people gonna get it. Like the people that just really don't care.
It's either that, I say insanely rich
So
people who didn't hit.
One pair of shoes
Mm-hmm.
that's collab between two people.
20 pair. It's 20 pair.
No, I'm saying like
Yeah, you're right.
It's the MCAs we've seen already, and Cassius Hurst just drew on them.
That's it. And they
That's
charge
it.
$3,000.
so they're charging it as a piece of art, not.
Oh, it's sold. But see, the MCA Air Force One by itself was already an art piece. That's why it was an MCA.
Yeah.
It was an MCA because it was for the.
I mean, I give my daughter a piece of crayon and get it and draw on it and That's basically what they did. That's what it was like.
We're gonna post a picture and you give us your honest feedback on it. That's literally
This is
what
what
it
it's like. I literally gave my daughter the chalk and like go crazy.
It looks like it's just smeared on the shoe.
And then I'm gonna charge. I could be like, look, give me $1,500 for it.
And I want to
She's
say
an artist.
there's a white, silver, and red, like most of the smearing, because you all know the shoe itself is blue. We had them on last episode. I honestly don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't see the purpose of it. I think it's just the MCA cash grab. It's a way to get more money.
But even that though, it's just like if the first one was hard enough to get, nobody cares about it. It doesn't say it has to go to the rich.
People will be out there. But here's another thing that MCA did do again, just to be spiteful. I think we talked about it on the last episode. They extended the Virgil exhibit to the 29th because it was supposed to end on the 22nd.
Right.
Now they extended it to the 29th to get more money.
Just let it go.
Is it? Don't get me wrong. You've seen the videos. You've seen the pictures. It is a dope exhibit, but now they're just beating a dead horse.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
now they're milking it.
When it first came, I understood it. Now, just let it go.
They're milking it. They're putting more stuff in the store. The Virgil store that's inside the exhibit.
It's like, the prices. I mean, like
The prices are crazy.
At this point, if you haven't gotten it, just let it go.
Just let it go.
If you haven't been there, just let it go. Like
It's not for you. There will be others.
facts.
But yeah, that was it for MCA, which was crazy.
I'm over it. See, I'm not saying nothing.
I-
Because I'm over
I've seen it. You know what's crazy? I've seen this shoe. I think it's dope. It's wonderful. But it's just a blue Air Force One.
Yeah,
It's amazing. But if that was on the shelf and didn't have,
it's not.
it's not.
It's
It's not.
It's not. Let's.
all right.
Hey.
All right. He pump the brakes a little bit. It's not.
It's
it.
not
I'll
ugly.
give you that. I don't care. That shoe is. I understand the beauty of it. I understand the significance of it because it's Virgil. You know.
It's art.
I get it. But if I would have saw that shoe in the store with no backing from anybody, just a genuine, just a regular Air Force One, I'd be like, that is hot garbage.
That's really percent. And I don't disagree with
I don't either. I don't either.
disagree with that statement.
The
I
only
really
reason
don't.
why it's hyped up is because it's Virgil.
But hold on. What I would like to say in that though, I'm not gonna lie. If I would have seen it, I'd have been like,
No, you wouldn't have.
No. I like bright colors. So for someone who like the colorway,
There's a lot you can do with it. The problem is it's an Air Force One, so that was
Yeah.
already for most people a big no-no.
but Air Force Ones were popular back in the day because everybody had different colors.
Probably back in the
That's
day, and
what
they're
I'm
trying to
saying.
bring them back now.
I get it, but Nelly ain't even making music right now. So
Wow.
He is on tour though. Shout out to Nelly. Look for that
no
endorsement.
disrespect, but I'm just saying that was hot when we were riding around
But New York,
stumbling in Air Force Ones
New
in
York still,
2002, 2003.
But you gotta remember, like how phones work for here.
New York.
Here, New York, it's the same way. So yeah, it's not too bad.
It's not too bad. So
She was ugly.
I mean, most definitely. So with that being said, just let it go.
Let it go.
I mean, I
Let
don't.
it go.
I think it's dope, but they should stop.
But you're a different person.
My style is different. My sneeze is different.
I think everybody's different style,
But to me, the Air Force One is now like that super dad shoe. Like that's that affordable dad shoe.
But you know what's crazy? I seen people in all white Air Force Ones like making a comeback.
But an all white shoe never goes out of style.
Yeah, but I remember Air Force One was popular. They had so many different colors. Like that's why Virgil had an all black, off white Air Force One.
And the Nurse version, if I'm not mistaken, was all white.
Yeah. Because
I've always been if I have to do Air Force Ones, I'm always a classic person. I always like the low top and the high top, but they all always have to be all white.
Just never the mids. No one does
never
mids.
mid. But those low top of your foot was a little sweet because on a smaller foot.
I used to wear
it
it all
was
the
sweet.
time. That was, you know.
But even the Travis Scott Air Force One, it was the Air Force One.
Yeah.
Like they put that name on Air Force One because that's actually the staple of the shoe that where everybody put on their feet. It was like, yo, he got a white.
What do you think
white
about the
one.
Travis Scott Air Force One going for 100,000? I think it
Who
was.
didn't even sell it?
He didn't sell it, or he did?
He did not.
There are a lot of conflicting reports.
He said he was offered $110,000 for it, and he did not sell it. That's what the report was.
Because I saw the video when Travis handed him the shoe. He said, "Whatever you do, just keep the shoe." And then after that, I saw multiple reports that he had been offered 40,000. It went from 40,000 to 90,000 to 100,000 to I think the highest was 150,000.
The one I seen he said $110,000. Said he wanted to sell it.
So I'm interested to see what he does with it if he does sell it.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a seller. I'm a seller shoe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to see how far it would go.
Me too. But is there anything else you guys like to get into with this?
Last thing I had was I saw the It movie last night. Contrary to popular belief, it was alright. A lot of people say they didn't like it. I thought it was dope though.
I would also like to tell you that they on the DVD version is gonna have extra scenes on it. So
that'd be interesting to see
they,
like
they,
how
they,
far they go with it.
they're gonna have more scenes in it. Oh, Dave Chappelle, Sticks and Stones. If you haven't seen it, please watch it.
Please watch it. Hilarious. It's gonna offend. It's gonna bring joy. It's gonna bring happiness. It's gonna bring anger. I thought it was great.
It was
I thought
brilliant.
priceless.
It was brilliant.
I thought so. To me, yeah, I think that's his best special, hands down.
Yeah,
I
facts.
knew it was funny when I watched it by myself and couldn't stop laughing.
That, and if you guys don't know, after the credits are over, there's an epilogue where there's another additional 30 minutes of footage that you have to watch, which ties everything in together. Hilarious.
Didn't even know that.
Yes.
So on Netflix, you just let all the
So,
credits roll.
so you have to let the credits roll. That's the only way you can access it. You let the credits roll all the way out, then it's gonna say epilogue, and then it's gonna give you a button. Then,
Can you fast forward through it? You gotta just let it go right.
and I think you can fast forward to it, but I don't think you can.
Go past. Okay, I'm gonna do that. I didn't even know that was it. So we definitely watched that. But Dave Chappelle, Sticks and Stones, hilarious.
Kanye West is getting ready to drop a gospel album.
Yes.
I actually think it's gonna be quite fire.
Everything I've heard so far is fire.
Kanye is different right now.
He's different.
Listen, all I know is whatever you had to go through to bring this type of gospel music to the world, I'm praying for you, my brother. If I feel like you went through some things, but you were really connected with your inner Jesus.
So far, what is your remix that we've heard? So Anxious,
The California Love joint was top.
the California Love.
The Aaliyah Jamie.
Yeah, he redid Aaliyah's song. So, and he already released the track list, or at least Kim did. Kim Kardashian. She released it on her Twitter and I think maybe her Instagram. No, not for sure. I know for sure on Twitter. The track list does look crazy. It has been getting a lot of like mixed reviews because a lot of people are saying, "What if you're not Christian, but you're a Kanye fan?" Like,
Personal
are
property.
you forcing me to convert because I'm still gonna buy the album? Or a lot of people.
Okay, we're gonna stop right there. I have to interject. Listen, like, either you like the music or you don't. Nobody's asking you to convert. If you listen to it and you feel something that you can relate to, that's your business. I don't want to say nobody cares, but nobody cares. Like, either you listen to it or you don't. You convert or you don't. You can appreciate it for a piece of art or you don't.
I think that's
Don't
interesting.
look too deep into it. Just
I mean, he did make Jesus Walks.
yeah, that's you know.
But I'm saying when it came out though,
Yeah.
it was ahead of his time.
And it actually was nominated for
Yeah.
what is it? A Stellar Award. He didn't win. He actually lost to Kirk Franklin. And then
Yeah.
later, years down the road, they would actually collaborate. I wonder who he's gonna collaborate with.
So I just
on
gotta
this
step in and say that Beyonce didn't create this album.
album. You gotta finish it. Let's be happy.
Whatever. Anyways, move on. So yes, I think that the Kanye
Yeah, I stopped
West,
those
the Kanye West album is going to be.
I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna let you finish.
I'll
Beyonce.
I
But
did that first.
I think it's gonna be dope though. I think I'm excited to hear it. If it's anything like what we've been hearing, and like when he was on the plane,
Oh yeah.
like they did the whole.
No, that's what I'm saying. He got to me. He got right now. It was like that's what I'm saying. He showing the random hoods, just
Yeah.
like and he's rocking out.
And the
People-
sound is like good.
But Kanye's always been like when it comes to beats.
But for a hot minute,
I
like there was that like Kanye, what you doing?
It was, but it was,
But every musical or every artist has a time where they have to, for them to be truly great, where they have to have a time where they're not at their best in order to make a comeback. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can't just you can't. My personal, this again, my personal opinion. It's very hard to classify somebody as truly successful if they don't have any real failures.
Yeah.
Or you
Yeah.
know.
But I keep seeing these pictures. Everybody keeps saying they missed the old Kanye, one of the Jordans, the one that was Louis Vuitton Don.
Kanye
But
a husky now.
La, 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 la.
But you gotta be evolved though.
No, not evolved. They just said they missed the old Kanye. They missed
The style.
The style. Like when Kanye first came out, he was one wearing the polo with the collared shirts, the jeans.
But you know what? He's older now.
Yeah,
He's 4 or 5 kids deep. 4 kids deep.
You gotta evolve with the times. You can't be.
Kanye, bring you back, Kanye.
I mean, sweatsuit season, that's what he's on right now. And I'm okay with
He's
it.
been on that for too long.
As long as we get this quality of music, the shoes keep getting better.
Imagine
I mean, what
Not
more did
mad.
I want from Kanye? The dude is doing a whole bunch of
I
stuff.
these Kanye wearing such for 4 years now.
I'm saying.
Hey, anyone's gonna speak on
Let
that?
him wear.
Nobody gonna address that.
Kanye wearing sweatpants for 4 years.
All I'm saying is, let him rock his music, and then when he get done his music, maybe then he'll focus on his sweatpants.
I don't know. He's creating fashion, so I don't think he's concerned about wearing fashion. So I can respect that.
Well, y'all heard our takes on everything. Y'all let us know what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? Make sure.
Sorry, I started the show, so.
Oh, okay.
She's different today.
Well, I'll tell you. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
So, thank you for watching today. We appreciate you watching the Soul Plug
Put
show.
your feet on the couch. She get different.
Yes,
She real yayish right now. Feelers on the sofa.
I'm just saying, I was feeling some type of way today, as y'all can see. But anyway, we thank you for coming in. Make sure you follow at Lulu Kicks.
Make sure you follow at Living Life with Joe and also at YPFP_. Make sure you follow
At Eddie Von Clay and Eclectic Soul Cafe, 2 separate entities. Follow them both. Same with him. Follow hers. Thanks for watching YouTube.
Sorry,
Can I end the show? I can end the
I'm
show.
about to say there's some new stuff. There's some new stuff be coming out, soon. We'll let you know. Go ahead, continue.
And we out.
The Soul Plug show. So we're finally selling the PlayStation Paul George's from episode 1.
You know they work all like this now.
What's your name?
Mikey.
You on Instagram?
You got Instagram? Mike with no Instagram, so we can't shout him out, but we thank him for taking those. How much did you selling for, sir?
$40 good dollars.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Man, appreciate you.
Mike just took episode 1 off our hands.
Where did you get this from?